Okay, let's talk about qualifying clients as an SEO copywriter. We're going to be focusing specifically on local SEO today and how to find businesses that need your help, might be willing to pay well for your help, that you won't have to spend a ton of time explaining the value of SEO or what it is. That's important because anytime you're looking for clients as a copywriter or content writer, you want to make that as small of a hill to climb for yourself as possible. So if you find a business and they don't even have a website, you have to explain why websites are important, why SEO is important for that website, why local SEO is really what they need to be doing in order to find clients in their local area. And then you need to explain why they should hire you to do it instead of another writer, why they should use you instead of AI. And on top of all of that, why they should continue to pay you as time goes on, because SEO is always changing and evolving, and the competition is always changing and evolving. That's a lot of hurdles to get past just to get a client. Whereas if you find someone who understands SEO, already has a website, already understands your value, I've said this in other videos, but at that point, you're basically like an ice cream truck on the beach on a hot day. The people you're helping, the clients with websites, they're the people on the beach. They know that ice cream, aka SEO, is good. They know that they want it, and they're very interested in hearing about what it would cost for you to do that for them. So, with that all explained, let's dive into this a little bit. I selected plumbers in Tacoma, Washington as the client we're going to target today. We're going to find plumbers whose websites could use a little help, where we see a clear a clear way to help them and that they are going to understand what we're offering. So the first thing is there's really, in my humble opinion, no point in getting in touch with these people here. This is where you want to help your clients get to, is to come up here in the map pack, because this is what this is called, is the map pack. This is above every other result, and most people, when they search online, they won't even go past this. They'll start here, they'll click more businesses. They are the vast majority of the time not going to scroll down to look at this. So these people are likely already paying very well to be here, and they are also very likely happy with the people that are working for them. So I would just scroll right past that. And then same for these people that are right here in the top. Bob Larson Plumbing. Because they are technically on page one, there's probably not a whole lot of low-hanging fruit there for you. And what I mean by low-hanging fruit is, as a writer, there's not going to be a lot of obvious pages you can add that are going to make an immediate or a fast difference. It's going to take quite a bit of probably technical research, tweaking, testing to take this company, Bob Larson Plumbing, from here up into here. So that one, for me, again, personally, that would be a little bit unapproachable. That's not the kind of client I'm looking for. And really anything on page one is just not really what we're after today. All these people, I think it's something like 98% of people don't go past the first page of Google results. So these businesses are all fine. They don't need help right now. Page two and three is really kind of where the money clients are, in my experience. So if we look at this, we see trusted plumbing services in Tacoma, Washington. What that tells me is that someone over there understands local SEO. They understand that it is crucial that you have the city and ideally the state in this little meta description and meta tag right here. That's a good indicator that you won't have to explain SEO to them, that you won't have to necessarily argue your case, anything like that. So at that point, we would click here and see what else we find. The first thing I see is that they've got a very well built out website. This is kind of the gold standard of really any service provider website, whether it's plumber, heating and HVAC guy, copywriters. Anything broken down like this is a pretty good indicator that they know the value of SEO and a well-organized website. So let's see what some of these pages look like, though. Okay. Water lines in Seattle. That's interesting because we searched Tacoma. So that might be something there, is that maybe they need a different page for water lines in Tacoma so that when people search Tacoma plumber, they come up there. Seattle and Tacoma are neighboring major cities. The other thing I notice is that this page is very short. You don't necessarily always want an incredibly long page. I can go into the details of that and how that works with SEO in a different video. But what I do see here is not any FAQs, and that might be a really easy way to pump up this page, get them ranking on page one of Google, especially if we did this, across multiple of these. That could really deliver a powerful outcome to them going from page two to page one. They're going from, what would that be, 2% of people seeing them to 98% of people seeing them. That's that's powerful. Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm not seeing a blog anywhere, which is interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay, just lives in an odd place. Okay. Now it looks like they're not doing a whole lot of blogging. If I had to guess, you can see these are all the same topic, whole house water filtration. They just have different cities. Someone here is doing local SEO. Otherwise, you would never do this. Someone here is, whether it's an agency that they've hired, a writer in-house, or even an employee of theirs that they've tasked with writing their content, they're working on this. They're focused on coming up higher in search results. That's clearly what this means. At the same time, though, they're not doing it very frequently. The last time they posted anything was several months ago. So reviving the blog that they clearly have put time and money into in the past, 177 pages of blog posts, this would be a great, great potential client to reach out to because you can see they check all the boxes. They're aware of SEO. They've put money into their website and their content development. But despite that, they're not getting the best results that they possibly could. That is your opening. Okay, let's see if we can find one that would maybe not be quite such a good option. Let's try, let's go with Mitchell Plumbing. Okay, yeah, this is a completely different, wow, this is opposite end of the spectrum, that's for sure. This is a very basic website. I don't know what this means down here, MPC 2012. I would guess that means the website was maybe originally developed in 2012, and maybe that's the mark of the developer potentially. So this has been not updated or modernized in quite some time. If we come into services, I mean, this is night and day compared to the one we were just on. They not only do they not have separate pages for their services, they don't have descriptions of what these even mean. Like, okay, water heater repairs. Sure, a customer might assume that they can just handle any kind of water heater repair, but if you were having an issue in your home, wouldn't you feel a little more comfortable contacting these folks if they said a little bit more about at least what their process is? Great opportunity to add a lot of content here. Every single one of these can be a web page, and depending on the length, I mean, that's anywhere from $250 to $500 at least per page. So that's quite a bit to work on there. Another thing we see here is no blog. But if I were to reach out to this client, I would probably not recommend a blog. I'm guessing that this website is designed in a way where it would take a developer to add that. I don't know anything about that. That would be another person the client would have to hire to add it, and then I would need to work with that developer to make sure that all three of us understood how to put the posts on the blog. It's not impossible, but it's definitely not low-hanging fruit. If we come into links, okay, it looks like this was maybe meant to be links to the websites of the brands that they sell and install, but that also does not seem to have gone the way it was supposed to. This is clickable here, Kohler, but I think the image was supposed to be clickable, and none of these are. Okay. Employees. Nothing on this page that could be built out. There's a little bit here, which is nice, but this is this would be a huge project, taking this from, the 2012 version that it is now into something that would rank well on Google, but it's achievable. And that is the important thing to keep in mind when you're looking for clients is, do you immediately see what you would do to improve their website? Do you immediately see opportunities to make their SEO better or aligned better, at least with the people they want to attract? Be asking yourself these questions. Let's see if we can find one more. Sure. Try these guys. Okay. This one also looks like something that they've clearly put some time and money into. This is a professionally designed logo, custom graphics. Yeah, they are clearly not afraid to invest in their company, which is wonderful news. The fact that they've got all this, Tacoma plumbers near you. You need a plumber in Tacoma when? They are really striving to come up on the first page of Google, and yet it's not happening. See if we can figure out why. It looks like they have a lot of service pages. Yeah, this is all what you want to be seeing, honestly. I'm not really noticing any red flags. They understand the value of talking to what people want to hear. They want to know that it's going to be a clean process. They want to know that it's going to be affordable. That has nothing to do with SEO. That's just good for the human readers. But then having like this map down here, all of these service areas right here, that's SEO. And so this, I think, would be potentially a great client to work for. Oh, and this is interesting too, powered by Austin Bryant Consulting. Let's just go down a quick rabbit hole here. Services. Okay, so they are paying Austin Bryant Consulting for their SEO, and they're getting pretty good results. They're just not on page one. In this case, when you can see the agency that they're working with, it's kind of up to you. If you want to be sneaky and do a little bit of reverse engineering and see what a specific agency is offering to the client, try to identify maybe what they're not doing as well as what you would do if you were hired for it. And then you can reach out to the client and say, hey, I had this idea. It's absolutely not unheard of for any business to have an agency, so an independent group or business that they pay to do their SEO and marketing, an in-house writer, and a freelance writer that they call on occasionally for little things here and there. Every business is different, but that is extremely common. So never be afraid to reach out to a business if you see that they've got their designer or agency advertised here. Just make an informed decision based on what you truly see. If you go through this and you don't see any low-hanging fruit or anything that you would upgrade, put it in your back pocket. If something comes to you, reach out to them. If you do see something, then send that email, see what happens. And that is how I qualify clients when I am looking for new ones for my copywriting business.